Use your knees, use your elbows, use your heel if you can lift it over and head high enough and fast enough.
Right, and we should be good to go.
Okay, I see the red dot. Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, and the technical rainbow in between, welcome back to another episode of Controversial Topics. Don't look at me like that.
I was not the only one who heard that. I
So,
was not the only one who heard that.
even though I don't want to, like, even though I don't want to start off like this, like, really,
He gets a kick out of this. I think this turns him on. I have to believe it turns him on.
technical rainbow.
You're deaf. This man is weak.
Should I also use Pride Plus as a symbol of our podcast tonight as well, sir?
No, sir.
Okay, just wondering.
I mean, everybody, including Disney channels on the Pride.
As in,
Pride
I don't tell you
Pride
how to
bandwagon,
identify.
so
I just don't agree with your identity.
Yeah, but you know how easy people are to get offended because if you just say I don't really like the color of the rainbow, you're misogynistic and everything under the sun. But anyway,
transphobe. Everything that is wrong.
That's your opinion. It's wrong, but it's still your opinion.
yes, but opinions were meant to be
cancelled, sir. Talking about opinions.
Okay, so I'm banned from doing the intro.
No,
should I record myself?
This is the third intro that you've done that you've started out very colorful, to say the least. The first one was on Mother's Day. The second one,
top three. Mother's Day is number 2 and number 1. You're terrible. You are terrible.
Thank you.
I mean, I love you like a brother.
Namaste, hello. Hope you're all doing well. So we're back to the main topic of relationships.
Sadly.
So I got a theme for the next couple of episodes, and the theme is, why is Dario still single?
That's a theme. So hold on. Hold on already before you even answer. So let me get this straight. So if I read that right, someone wants you to dedicate 4 episodes of this channel to why you're single. 2, if this person is listening to this when this is published, I just want
nobody asked to dedicate the okay, this is the thing. Let me explain. Nobody asked me to dedicate episodes to why I'm single. Thing is, I constantly get asked this question because I'm always single. And it's rather annoying, but I mean, even people who are close to me still ask it. So, to kind of...
It's because you're male, that's why. Just saying.
Come on, life hard when you have ambition. Anyway. Shut up. But anyway, to kind of answer these questions, because I realize I'm not the only person with these issues. So to kind of answer these questions, because I realize these are like also relationship issues, I just thought I would just theme it based on why I'm single. But a lot of people can relate.
All right, so that is a good thing. I need. It's a good thing I need tonight's episode. Dario's theme for the night. So what? Yeah, fresh shave. Something I can't do. My God.
The man have a wife, you know, so he has to look good at all times, you know.
You're muted.
Listen. Damn, that was so good a while ago. I was like, one of the perks of not being single. What? Yo, you set the trap. The trap. We expect what's going to happen. You walk right into that one, sir. Remember your KC training, sir. You don't leave yourself open for that reach up. Your business now. Remember your KC training. Yeah.
I did set myself up for that one. I'm not even going to deny it.
Good man.
Okay, so
say accountability. Good man.
Yeah. So first reason why I'm single. This is kind of a pet peeve for me.
Mm-hmm.
I read through that just to let everyone know. I can't laugh very well, and I was literally crying as much as that video that I posted on my IG page. And when I say crying, literal tears ran down my face after reading that. Continue.
I know. I'm not even sure how to reply to that, but
Don't.
I told a taekwondo master once that he's going to die alone, and just I'm sorry. I'm sorry. Let me explain. Let me explain. This man and me are the same age, right? Very successful gentleman. I won't call his name. Not yet, anyways. He's a part of the upcoming podcast, visual podcast. Me have a make too. But yeah. But anyway, brilliant martial artist, successful, has his own gym, and dude that make proper paper, right?
yeah.
Who would change girlfriends as quick as he changes his shirts. This man has what is known as a wake up again. That thing when you have more than one girl and them knows that them both, we all are dating the same guy. Not necessarily polygamous. He has a what do you call it, rotation.
Okay.
He's dating multiple women at once, you know. They all know. Who drives a Beamer? Hella dude, right? Shoot, I was supposed to go to the Hard Rock Cafe here and watch a fight with him, but you know, he got distracted and I never got where I can get the tickets to purchase. So, but the point I'm trying to make is when I hit him with that line, the dude he was on his phone, and I said he looked up like, wow, that hurt. Like, wait, hurt. So yeah,
he didn't even argue.
Yeah, he didn't argue. He was like, damn, that one hurt. And I'm like, why did that hurt? He's like, because deep down a part of me, even though I'm living this life, I don't want to be single. I'm like, but you're not making any strides to be, you know, committed at the same time. Then he chuckles and then he thinks about what I just said. Then the conversation was so quiet, you could hear a pin fall. Psychologically, it hit him hard because a lot of people, well, I mean, he's a man. So, again, team demographic different from a woman, you know? Right now, he's living his best life. You know, highly successful, you know, worldwide recognized martial artist, and he's playing the field. Not calling him just yet. Not yet. Well, yeah. Yeah, dude's like, I'm working on it. I'm working on it. I'm like, you're
He's
not.
not working on it.
You're not. See, someone tell him you're not.
He's not. I don't even know the guy, and I can tell he's not working on it.
There you go. There you go.
Certain things about a man's innate nature. Some do change, but if you're doing it for so long, and if he's as old as I think he is, that ship has sailed, unfortunately.
I wouldn't say it's sealed per se. He's only 34. This year I'm 34, so.
All right, so the light has not left the tunnel completely, but it is fading.
For me,
like,
for me, I think the third reason we're going to discuss tonight is possibly why he's still single, or maybe the main reason why he's still single.
Okay, sure. Do you have my interest?
So that's the third reason I have on the list for tonight.
All right, so what's the first? All right, this pet peeve. All right, run it by the people.
Yeah, so this one is really a pet peeve of mine. Like after we start dating, why is it that I am now obligated to spend all my free time talking to you?
Yo.
Even when we have nothing to talk about.
Son, yo, let me tell you this. That used to be one of my problems with my own toe.
I need to get like one little light with a belly light for every time like the men of this podcast is just speaking facts. I'm just shine it around, turn off light and these things because the facts.
I get it though. But
let me clarify.
No, you're right, dog. There's no clarification. You did because I'm about to
Was it
sleep
not
on this.
for some stupid people who might say, so what, you're not supposed to talk to me when we're in a relationship, man? Like, I'm not saying we're not supposed to talk to each other.
But every day,
why is it
every
that
second,
all my free time has
all
now
of
been
it,
monopolized by you?
Sir, we're talking about this them time of night here. You're supposed to fall asleep on the phone with this person.
And
And if you fall asleep before them, oh,
it's a
all hell
problem.
breaks loose.
And
All hell
as
breaks loose.
adults, men still behave like this.
Yes, because of
Hold on, hold on,
Disneyfication.
hold on, hold on. Here's a kicker. Here's a kicker.
Mm-hmm.
When she texts you at 5, you're supposed to reply by 4:59.
Yes, yes, yes. And I almost faced my
Me
own
not
head.
promise nobody that.
Huh?
Nobody me a promise that.
We don't promise nobody that.
Nobody.
Yo, that's why I'm ever rated of his heart. I'm ever rated of my youth.
If me a text and I'm not gonna do something, I'm not gonna do something. If me can't text and test, I'm not gonna do something, I'm gonna disappear.
I think, all right, to be honest, I think
Just
that
say,
has
me come back.
most men, especially in this Jamaica country here, because, brother man, let me tell you something. If you even go even a minute or a millisecond over that replying to that text, you're going to hear all sorts of nonsense. But what I tell people to do in situations like that, you can either be one of two things. You can either be the asshole like I am and just stay there smiling, even though you know deep down you're angry, but you really don't want to say anything because you know people's feelings are so easily hurt. Or you choose the safer option. You will simply pretend as if you're sorry when you really couldn't give a shit. And then you drop asleep afterwards.
Well, you want to know something sad, gentlemen? And it's anybody else who got through what we just described, being straightforward work better.
Yeah.
Fuck their feelings. I swear to God, if I didn't know this years ago, I would have said this from day one. Hello, Marco, you are not the only person in my life. There's no way in hell me can expect you to put everybody else your life on the back burner for me. And it's when they talk that way, it's all right, then put yourself in my shoes.
Them
Then
can't.
no,
No,
they
but
can.
like,
They
that's
can,
a
but you have
part
a
of the
double
question.
it.
Like, what happened to your priorities?
I
Last
know.
week you had shit. Well, last week when you were single, you had shit to do.
There you go.
What happened this week? How has your life changed so drastically? Not even because we had sex yet, because we dated, because we now like each other, because we shared a kiss.
And
last week and this week, and your entire life has been uprooted and it's now circled around me. It's not Dario centric.
I know what I'm going to say now doesn't really add into what is really there, but I think it's kind of perfectly balanced into what you're saying because, like, I don't really always wonder, like, what's so special about being posted on a status or any social media by a significant other? Like, what does it really signify? Yeah, he can post you and be literally sleeping with your best friend.
Relationship.
It's kind of bragging rights.
No, we say you can literally post her and you can literally sleep with her best friend like a couple seconds later anyway. So when I hear females
or vice versa.
No, when I hear females run about, my man never posts me. Normally my response is yes, he's protecting you. Because I'm pretty sure if you ever found out the deep dark skeletons in his closet, you would run. But I mean, females want to know everything, don't they? So let them have it.
Honestly, posting a significant other, brother. I'm not gonna say me not free because me post my significant other every now and then.
Yo, you're not post her yet, so you know what you have to do for another year.
In a matching clothes, I'm matching this, and I put on this facade for social media. That is not me. That is
neither me. Never been
because
me.
I want to tell you a study when you finish.
My relationship is not for social media and she and the old lady.
I agree.
Me and my significant other. You get me? My relationship is supposed to be private, but not private at the same time. You're supposed to say in a relationship, but you're not supposed to know what going in a relationship. That's how me see it. So this whole thing about post this and post every 24/7. If I want a man to post it every 24/7, go find a Facebook man or a Instagram man or a Twitter man.
And if you go link
That's
Dexter.
how me. You get me?
You know, according to
Everybody
studies,
different.
I don't remember who studied it, but I remember some company studied it and posted it, and then Uberfax actually reshared it. They say that couples who post a lot on social media tend to be more miserable in their actual relationships.
Yeah, because it's basically like, all right,
you're putting on a facade.
You're having problems at home, all right? Say for instance, you recently got lost your job, right? And instead of talking it out with your significant other, you decide to ignore him or her. And everybody, I don't know about any other person, but being ignored, it depends. But you see, if I'm actively trying to like find out what is going on, like I'm not going to push like some people who are push 24/7 people. Like I'm going to ask every now and then. I say, yo, like we can talk, like you're in the mood, but then you want us to put on matching clothes, matching designer jewelry, get a pet, see if we can find a dragon on Norway and slay it and come back home and then pretend as if everything is okay. Then you wonder why. Then you wonder why the argument starts, and then all hell breaks loose. She uses a vase, slaps you in the head, say yo, boho, you got crazy, and then you end up in a prison. I know I went a bit off the rails and make it seem as if I'm sorry. I'm so sorry. I really am sorry. I didn't mean to make it sound like that, but I mean, like I felt it flowing so much. I was like, yeah, this shit fire.
It was flowing, then it got scary. I got scared for you. Well, yeah, it's realistic though.
It's the sad reality of the world that has been, I wouldn't say we live in, it's the one that has been created by nonsensical views, people who think that their opinion already matters, or people who just believe in everything that they claim they read. Like if I think about it, couples who actually know what they're about, like, yeah, they posted each other when they were 18. We're 64 now. Why in God's green earth are we going to be posting each other now? Don't we have other things to be doing?
I mean, you're retired, so.
Yeah, but I mean, like, normally people who are that age, they had things that they didn't achieve before. And I don't know about some people, but people who reach a certain age after retirement decide that's the day they want to be adventurous for some reason. I don't blame them still. Have your fun.
I guess now they have time because they were busy chasing money and whatever before.
Yo, let me tell you this. When I retire, at the day I'm supposed to sit down in my backyard.
First of all,
some wine and I relax.
When you retire, I pray you are not using crutches to walk here. That is what I pray for you.
I should be sitting down on my porch or my background and sipping some wine, listening to some really good music, and relaxing with my wife.
Don't forget the part where your daughter come over that boy you don't like here.
No man.
I idiot.
The thing is, if I don't like you, I make it be known to you I don't like you. So don't come at me.
I want to be there when that conversation is happening because I will definitely be having that for storage.
But if I rate him, then you're welcome.
Alright, so after the pet peeve.
Yeah.
Imagine the new FIFA, the new Call of Duty, new Halo, new Final Fantasy just came out. You just started dating at the same time.
Jaja.
Is it wrong to only reply to text messages when you have a loading screen?
No. Wait, hold on.
Repeat
Hold on.
that question.
No,
Hold on.
I'm going to
Yes,
no. Hold on,
yes, it is.
Hold on. Make you repeat the question.
No, I heard
it the first time. Yes, it
no, I
is.
heard what it is. Let me repeat for you already. So essentially, see, you have the latest game that just came out, FIFA, Final Fantasy, Metal Gear, whatever, right? You got it the same time when you start dating the people in data. Is it wrong of you to only reply to certain texts when you have a loading screen or when you just die during the game?
Yo, I'm a pass my game to reply to you. There's no say, yo, we are getting married. It's simple
No,
as that.
hold on,
hold on, Rajiv. It's a fresh relationship. You're going to pause a game to reply?
It's not even about if the relationship is fresh, Dario. Dario,
If my
you have some.
game,
Hold on,
say,
Rajiv.
yo, I'm married thing.
Hold on. You have some men out there who couldn't care less about what you're saying because the game.
Facts.
Hold on.
Facts.
Let me give you guys a scenario. I had a friend. This man played every Dark Souls game. And if people don't know what Dark Souls is a RPG game. And if you want to know what RPG mean, look it up. You have internet. The point is, this man had a relationship. It was 3 years going. And for some reason, she decided as soon as he got Dark Souls, that's the time she wanted to have a problem with him not replying fast enough. I was with her that day when she decided to act up, and I was literally just waiting on the explosive voice note that was going to be sent to her. My man sent one good 50-second voice note. If I could reiterate all the colorful words that were used, I would be banned from this podcast.
I have a question to add to that. No, I've never been in a relationship long enough for this to happen to me.
Mm-hmm.
But a lot of guys complain that the moment that their woman wants to talk is on a weekend when they're busy doing something or probably like watching a football match.
All right. Larry, can I speak on this one?
Yeah. Go ahead.
All right. This is not even none of what you just described. I'm fixing the AC for the house, right? Me and the next big man, I fix the AC for the house. Guess when my wife decides to be the average homeowner? She asked me like 15 questions in the span of a minute, and I can't get a chance to answer one. Whoa. Hold on. It's you and me alone have a conversation. I feel like you, me, and you two. You know, you got a two piece of your talk. There's no in hell. This is a conversation. This is an interrogation. You didn't even give me a chance to answer you. So I'm there losing my flipping mind, right? And mark you, the man who is helping me, he's helping me out of the kindness out of his heart. If you understand what that means. Me can't pay the big man for him time. You understand me? He's a senior technician. Me are just junior. What do you tell us? Me have a graduate. So, you know, your boy doing him thing. So me, I work with a big man. So, mark you, this man isn't charging us. I need to take advantage of this free lesson and free work. So I'm helping him, you know. So me I do all the necessary, me I search the line and she comes outside. I start asking me, I start to try to play 21 questions. Why the hell this one feeling was appropriate to start drill the life out of me? Mark, you shave manners and half of the answer to come out. Oh my God. I wanted to snap, but Mr. like, no, this is not fair. No, you know, this is going to happen again in the future. If I snap now, this is not going to help. So yes, I had to think strategic with the answers, and I'm like, honey, you might go inside and like whip on us.
Wait. What if you had just said, babe, I can't answer right now?
Why?
Yo.
In a
case like that, I never answer.
Okay, that crossed my mind.
Thing is that is my thing.
Crossed my mind more than one time, but you know, I know where this is going to end up. this conversation not going to end after me stop talk. I don't answer. This conversation going to wait until like near 11 o'clock when it's time to go to bed.
Yep.
Then this brought right back up. So it was easier for me to just give her a simple answer than not to not answer none at all.
And you know what
The
I'm
repercussions
do? When I time for
not
go on my bed,
at all.
and you know what I'm gonna do? When I time for go on my bed, yeah, roll over and go sleep.
Why? It's like you don't like your life. I respect you that.
No.
No, the thing is that
You know nothing to do with that, you know, but just not argue. I will not argue.
May I ask you a question?
You argue with your own self.
Well, may I ask Rajiv a question? Rajiv, may I ask you a question? What do you think kill black men mostly in America? Apart from gunshot. Take a wild guess.
There's a woman.
Created by who?
Oh, yeah, for real stress.
And that is why I'm now going to stress out myself.
Let me add on something more funny to Rajiv, right? Why you think at one point this rumor was passed around the black community? Say, in order to live to say 80 and odd, you have to find a W woman. You know, you call certain color wine on this race. So, you understand, in order for you to live to a certain age as a black man, they said you would have to. And Eddie Griffin made a joke out of this.
Many comedians actually.
Well, but he was basing it in reality though. He's like, why date now white woman, huh? I can't handle a sister. You know the man turns and but I want to live to see 80. That's why I'm with a white. Oh my God, the place teared down. It was a mixed review.
People actually told me that based on my personality.
Because them know a true. And some were bitter because them know a true. So it was a
Any man want dead from stress because of woman of them want dead panic. Me now stress out myself.
Sir, understand this. Yard different from ya. Yard different from ya. If you understand what I'm trying to say. Don't get that notion mixed up. There's a thing called abandonment. You have all different type of abuse, sir. You know, put your hand on a woman, you have to file a complaint say you're abusing her. Did you know that? You have to physically.
And guess what? If me and her married and she go file for some the abuse her in any way she want, next day me just divorce her. Me nah go fight with nobody and stress with nobody. For a reason. When me dead and gone and she dey on earth, what got she not go find the next man.
I agree.
Go stress over it.
I agree with the answer. But all me I try to say, all me I try to say, Rajiv, you have to go learn how to mitigate. That's all me I say.
Yeah, me get that, but me say. Get what you're saying about me now stress myself over.
Agreed.
And I stress myself over.
Things to family. Me now make no woman pray too fast. Before me make when me there at Jamaica, sorry for cut you. When me there at Jamaica, I'm tell you this much. You see, my wife used to call me and a company, oh, this and that, you know, this and I'm like, yo, let me ask you a question. And this is where she said I act like a smart ass, but I just common sense. Me say, if what you're doing right now, is it helping your situation? Crying and fretting about things, is it helping you?
Exactly.
She said no. And I'm like, so why are you doing this to yourself? I'm not saying
it's how they process, I guess.
Sir, we're talking about something that was giving this woman gray hair. He was living until like in her 20s. Remember, I'm older than her, so. And even she noticed. I was like, are you a closet? Let me ask you a question. Every time things don't go my way, what I normally do? I laugh about it. I write down what I gain from the experience, and I move on. You'd never hear me sit down back then and ball on. Yo, dog, we just waste $5 grand in an investment, you know, dog. Nothing go on for me, no, dog. Waste whatever. No. That's what I tell a man to me. I made for my body long time. You know what I said to myself? How could I have made this work? You know? You take the goods and the bads when it comes to investing. Same thing come to marriage, when it comes to any relationship. You understand me? Some me approach things. And now that I'm with her, she starts to understand slowly. If you can't change the situation, fretting over it and changing your aura don't do a damn thing for you. You see, like work or it don't work sometimes. But fret till you can't eat. You must be mad. I know people who do that. You know, one family too. It's not my name not just, you know, my side of family. I know people fret till them lose weight. Fret.
Honestly,
you can't eat nothing.
Over the years, I've adapted this thing. Once something I go bad, I always look for it and say, what we can do about it. If I can't find nothing to do about it, we move on. If we can't find something to do about it, we fix it. We can't, I mean, honestly, I think I'm stressed enough in our life.
Sorry, what did Doc say just now? Sorry for cutting
you. Nothing. Carry on.
Alright, you know.
When we replay it, watch.
I think I'm stressed enough in our life growing up.
My kids. Yes, you're stressed enough with that.
Me? Too much stress no good, brother. I can't find myself for stress over certain things anymore. Honestly. So people still don't have stress. Like I get it, I understand it, but stressing over something where you can't fix don't make no sense. Honestly, don't make no sense. I kill off yourself. And that don't make no sense either. You go send yourself in a depression, and then that depression that will lead to something else, and then that will lead to something else like
suicide. Basically, yeah.
If I can't fix it, you just can't fix it. Move on. Find something else. If you can't fix it, just fix it. Simple as that. But everybody different. You see me? Everybody different. Man, they look at you know some deep thoughts. Jaja.
I don't really say that. So just true. So we know, so yo, everything you said is basically, I mean, crisp. See me? Crisp, I would even reach 0.3 yet. My God.
No, but like when you guys had the difference of opinions with answering your ladies when she's asking you at an inconvenient time, kind of tie in with 0.3.
Aha.
I mean, when I go there yet.
It built up my hopes on nothing.
And how Rajiv stays like, that is like my view now. That's how I am now, to just be blunt and just like, yo, babe, can't talk right now. And if she persists, like, I'm going to ignore her. And I have this disgusting habit where if I'm really annoyed, I'll snap my fingers and pretend you cease to exist and carry on.
Alright.
Harry Potter.
Thing is that,
brother, you're cool, you know why you.
Thing is that, the issue is this, you know. The people have done it, and it can work on them. But how black women stay, once they know that you love them, it's a whole different ball game. They know they can take certain liberties and get away with it.
For how long? Oi, there is such as a thing.
Good question.
Some of them, they're smart enough, they'll know their limitations, and they will use the limitations to their advantage.
Yeah, for how long? Oi, I'm not saying that they don't get away with it, you know, but for how long? Every man, whether good, small, or big, every man has his limit to how much bullshit he can take. And most women know within themselves they are doing this on purpose. If a woman tries to convince me otherwise, I will just look at you and do what Dario did on Mother's Day. You are a MF liar. You're lying to yourself. Every woman who has willingly annoyed their husband, boyfriend, what all them best friend, they know for a fact they are doing it on purpose just because of that big A word. Attention. But make a man for ever honor you. Oh God Almighty, you never hear the end night. Why is he like this? Why can't leave me alone? I need a break. Man can't get break. Oh no.
Anyway.
You want a break, you take a break, but just don't come back.
Sir. My relationship not supposed to come like I'm a call center work. I'm not supposed to take 15-minute break every
But yeah, as you guys know, I'm kind of on my little journey for kind of change myself and not be as dark or as holistic as I would like to be or formerly was. So I don't like the way that I dislike that.
You've activated my trap card.
I dislike that is a shame. Anyway.
Yo, nothing but love, brother.
Alright, so second reason why I'm single. And this is something I kind of learned the hard way. But I'm glad I learned it. Like, if you can't stand being around yourself, why would you subject someone to being around you? Or why do you want to try and love someone else? To clarify, let me just explain my idea of self-love, right? So you have always had you from birth. You will always have you. You're with yourself more than you are with anybody else. You have to deal with your good, your bad, your happy, your sad, your own flaws emotionally, mentally, physically, etc. And you're literally with yourself until death or beyond. So this is my thing. If you can't learn to love you, who you have to be around, no matter what, and will be around, how the hell can you love someone else someone whose shit you don't have to deal with, someone who you don't have to be around, but you have chosen to be around and now are possibly obligated to be around if you go as far as marriage? Like,
yeah. Well, how do I put this side? I was real with my wife, and I told her to her face that there's no such thing as me and you every day, 24/7, up in each other's face. Yeah. No, that don't exist. They said just like any human being, we all need space. And she at first took offense to it until she experienced a few months of what she said she really wanted, and then you realize that she herself couldn't stand it. And me's like, you see what me I talk about? This is exactly what I don't want to say. This Disney fantasy is what mash up whole heap of relationship. The Disneyfication of relationships. There's so much damage. And society refuse.
Hold on. Sorry for cut you. When was the last time Disney made a princess movie?
Princess movie in what regard?
That makes no more. Oh yes, no, they lied. They did, but
Frozen.
Yeah.
But like the Cinderella and the Snow White stories. Yet still, women still have that mentality. That charming, happily ever after mentality.
Counterproductive for what they're aiming for girls now. You know, we're in the age of strong women and misogynistic men, as far as this is concerned. Star Wars proved that. Well, the last Star Wars movie proved that. When the guy was asking legitimate questions, because what? I mean, the Empire is coming back. Did you listen to how this commanding officer was dealing with him? Like he was a scum of the earth. How dare he ask her these questions? And I'm like, but these are valid questions where anybody in their right mind would be asking, because you're not hearing anything and the Empire is coming back at any time. But her attitude, and then the funny thing is, at the end of the movie, they praised her heroine for doing absolutely nothing. She was praised by heroine.
Didn't half the rebel fleet get killed in that movie?
Sir, I have no idea. Sir, it was unbearable to watch. And people, for those of you who have sense, because the only people who don't have no flipping sense, and I'll double down on that point, would believe that any story that is created where the girl or the boy is perfect from beginning is ridiculous. None of us, and I will say this quite boldly, none of us who achieve anything in our life get it on a silver platter. Give and take the few exceptions to that statement. For the rest of us, the one who are born with no silver spoon or no gold or no platinum spoon in our mouth, everything we ever achieve in our life, I had to work my ass off for it. I'm gonna say everybody on this podcast supposed to have some story with which them can say, oh yeah, I remember waking up sore and getting up and going to training on the legs. You know me? Mark, I'm gonna tell you how bad it was. And I'm sorry, people, this is how my brain works. But when I try to drive my points home, I kind of need a story if you're attached to it to make sure to get where I'm coming from. When I did rugby, I know, right? I know. When I just started rugby, yo, believe me, I'm still thinking about teaching and lecturing. Don't play with me. But anyways, the point I'm trying to get at is when I just started rugby, I was the man who was voted to quit within the first month. You hear me? And guess who said that? This was the head player, Sean. I don't mean Sean can laugh about this now. Sean Bedward. Sean tell me to my face, yeah, you're gonna quit in a month. Shit, I doubt you're gonna make the full month. You know how much fight, Sean? Even after the most grueling training, I went to start the training, sore up, cherried up and all, everything I hurt. Even him I hurt. And Sean is like, wow, didn't expect to see you here. And the more Saturdays we come and say, you know, I ain't going nowhere. It take determination. This bullshit go, oh, you get up on the super strong. No. Not a set word. Nothing you want in a life, you get it the first swing. I don't know why Disney is doing this to our little girls. Because Disney reach is not just America, people. But one thing, and you need to understand the hypocrisy of said Disney. Because certain countries, them story up, yeah, play. The movie, yeah, sure. Now call the name, but understand. We don't need that. We don't need that attention right now. But the point may try to make is, you have certain other countries, Middle Eastern countries. Wait, the movies can't show, and Disney play them country there in a them language where them can't do certain scenes would cause bans, utter banning of Disney, straight up and down the board. So I don't understand why the Western brainwashing I don't get. Because if you trick little girls to believe, say, you're stronger or you're just as strong and as capable as a boy. I'm like, yo, okay, you're just as capable as a man. Yes, you're not as strong as him. Mulan and Star Wars and the last Wonder Woman movie. Terrible.
Please don't speak of that movie, please.
Terrible. 1980.
It was terrible.
It was an absolute dumpster.
1986 was horrible. It was literally spitting it was spitting at the face of men. But didn't you not get the undertone and the context?
Yep, I did.
What was being said?
Yeah,
I did.
Really?
I didn't watch Wonder Woman still, so.
Sir, like I said, for anybody who knows, and no one want to bring back Mortal Kombat into this, anybody who knows the real Mortal Kombat should be offended by that goddamn movie. I don't care if you're born in 2000 and whatever the crap. The real fans should be offended by that goddamn movie. But I digress. Moving on. Yeah, no, go on the road. Did I go off the rails too far?
No, not necessarily, but there was something I wanted to like point out, even though I don't really like the movie. Actually, I despise it, to be honest, as one of the few Disney movies that I actually don't see why people are so fond of. But there was a particular scene in Frozen. I don't remember the girl name, but she basically did tell her sister, say, you can't just fall in love at first sight. And I'm like, wow, Disney actually have sense for once. But that was like the only good thing about the entire movie for me, at least. Everything else was just basic standard Disney bullshit.
No, because you need to understand something. At one point, falling in love was a new thing. Falling in love, because the old way of things were never as it seemed. This is why Disney, this is why the whole princess and the whole finding your Prince Charming, a complete stranger who you barely know nothing about.
Honestly,
love was the conqueror.
Falling in love is the easy part. Staying in love is the hard part. You get me?
Yeah, and that's the part.
You can
That's the
love
part. It's
somebody
not
Falling in
everybody.
love is easy, it's just fall.
Yo, I mean, one ever realized that anytime these TV tropes, there's always one parent who's either dead or missing, especially for Disney, or animated shows at least. There's always that one parent missing. It's either the father was bad or the mother was never there.
Or the mother
Never two
passed away.
parents.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
never hardly to two parents.
I mean, I know some people, some dumbasses out there are going to say, but anime does the same thing. And I say, yeah, but there's actually a purpose behind the parents dying in anime. In Disney, it's just there because it's there.
Yeah.
And most of the deaths in Disney are off screen. There's literally no significance to why they died or why we should even care. In anime, most of us tend to like the parents more than the kid. In some cases, Boruto.
I knew you were coming. Oh, Father God, you are so predictable. I was waiting for that one. But yes, you like the parents more than the kid. I'm like, oh, this sounds like a Boruto insult about them. Oh, there you
go. I don't care who was upset to this. I will never watch an episode of that. That show is an abomination. It never happened.
I just don't find it that. It's like a cheap version of Naruto.
Racha,
give me
Naruto and Sasuke got ass handed to them recently, and it wasn't even as if it was a cell beatdown of the Vegeta kind.
Wow.
And this nigga used no jutsu. You know what he used to beat them up? Buttons and sticks. Keep in mind, these two, hold on. Keep in mind, these two niggas were in their Susanoo and Nine-Tail Cloak.
And this guy
he brought them like it was nothing. And I'm like, yeah, just a signifier. Say, yes, Boruto is going to be the strongest thing on the planet. Can we just move on?
Shade over the father, I get it. I see him. I just see him thing. Which anime? All right, like for instance, did y'all ever read the year Australia? But let me make this quite quick. All right, this is what happens normally in most animes when you make the character too broken with no flaws too soon. Like for example,
I know what he's talking about. Korra.
Like Toph, for example. Toph from Airbender.
Yeah.
Toph was broken. Yo, she's the best version to me of a girl power done right.
Yes.
Toph was OP in all the good ways. I wanted Toph at one point, Rasta. Shit, I would have hooked up with that blind chick. You feel me? So I'm just saying, I liked Toph more than I liked Katora. And mark you, Katora was she was feminine. She was a nice girl. She acted ladylike and all that sweet jazz. But I found Toph rebellious but quirky. It was a weird turn on for me, bro. Weird turn on, but I liked it. I'm not girl kind. I really liked it.
She wasn't manly. She was just confident.
I know, right?
There was nothing about her that was manly.
Yeah, nothing. She was just. She's a girl. She's just a confident girl. And
she did show
awesome.
some not
And
so
she's
ladylike
just
traits
living in
men
her
do.
awesomeness.
But again, when I saw her got dressed,
We are so weebish right now.
I was like,
doesn't matter.
wow.
I don't care. I don't
care. I don't care. I don't care. People vex bite me. Anyways, the point still stands. I would have done tough. But what? You understand me?
Yeah.
That to me, that's girl power done right. That's girl power done awesome.
And since then, they have failed.
Right now, girl power is asserting dominance over men. And for those who are blind to reality, will tell me, say, oh, you're only thinking of this because women are moving up now, women are having more of a voice now, women are like, no. Because at the end of the day, even if all the money in the world in your hand, you can't get what you want as a woman. What does it matter? You can't land a guy no matter what you do.
Fired.
But it's the honest truth. And honesty is the best policy, what I was told. So
you hit the bullseye though.
Yo, it's like he's summoning Exodia. He picks up all the pieces.
I was even thinking along those lines. I believe the truth will set you free. And I want, and I will repeat this again.
Yeah.
People, no matter what, I want us to be better as a people. Black people, I want us better. There's nothing gained from self-delusion, a lack of awareness. You can't get up and vex. So you've been trying the same crap for the last 15 years. The same bad boys, the same garbage men. No offense to sanitation workers, but you get where I'm coming with this. You know, you don't get up every day and get the same type of toxic men and then blame everybody for life not turning the way it's supposed to for you. That don't make no sense. And
Illusion.
I'm just saying.
Yo, as Han Solo would said, stop having delusions of grandeur.
But hold on there. But if you can't call a spade a spade, how you gonna know say you're wrong? How you gonna know say how you even are?
You're never wrong.
They want to know what self-awareness looks like. Someone waited until I reached the rank of green belt to tell me that I'm kicking. I'm throwing a roundhouse kick incorrectly because of how my ground leg is set. That's a whole 3 belts. That means I'm used to kicking bad by now. And I fought them with everything. And I couldn't believe that's a bad man and bad man. Because I beat them up. And then self-awareness finally kicked in where I went to tournament and I was watching how the kick was thrown and I'm like, oh crap, I've been doing it wrong for real.
Yeah.
Self-awareness is something that most people don't want to embrace. I don't know why. It makes you better. It really does. Take, when I tell you, it's a bitter pill to swallow. Mark you. I get it. You know, it's hard, especially when you've learned a certain way of living your life. And now here comes this guy from Jamaica who I tell you say everything that you've learned has been misconstrued or misled on purpose. No real man is going, and I know people like, because I don't believe in a. No, this is from Jamaica before this whole technological boom. Everything that was said nowadays has been said from me, boy. You understand me? The whole idea of a woman knowing her place, knowing her role. These were taught to kids, and it wasn't because you come from uptown, downtown, or the poor, the ghetto. These were all taught on all 3 levels. This was nothing new. This was a part of the culture. You understand me? And I warn people that this was before I left Jamaica. I warn people. I see the direction in which social media is going. And in a few years, it's going to completely erase a lot of countries' cultures altogether. Jamaica is one of ours. We're slowly dying. Our culture is slowly dying out. Quite frankly, it's an uphill task to some of us because if we don't do anything, it's going to die with us. I consider myself the last of a dying breed because I never think after me turn man, men would stop produce and we have some emotional sissies. And mark you, I don't care if a man vexed about that shit. If your emotions are tied into any little argument, you a bitch. I'm sorry, but that's the truth. Take it for what it is, bro. You need to change. If you and anybody for the simplest things, them you vex. If you're gone for knife, you're gone for gun. Are you fucking serious? Are you ever surviving in the world? And this is a reality check to all the men them who listen to this shit. You feel me? Don't get it twisted. Even though we do come down on women because what? Right now, women are the main problem as it relates to, that creating back that bond that we've all had all these years. We're trying to make it back. And self-awareness and self-accountability, yes, women are void that because of society, but for you, the flipping man, who's supposed to know that you are what is known as must give. Why the hell you pretend oh, this crap bothers me. Because I'm a man. I'm a I'm a man who understands his purpose and his place in the world. When this is stop taught kids now, nothing happens. You're raising a bag of punks and a bag of little idiot girl. This is what we're really fighting to change, people. For those of you who don't understand where all of this is coming from, this is what we're trying to change. We have men who are not men anymore. We have men who, him and a woman catch up and the man literally go for cutlass and kill the woman. Because him and I have a disagreement. He couldn't walk away. He go for a cutlass and you understand? And we know women who them can't grow up. Some of them stuck in them teens. So when the man said him left her, you know what she do? Someone go as far as get pregnant for the dude. Just to make him like a living trap? Sir. Yeah. In her mind, that's trapping him. But what?
Yeah, I was just about to say that.
Like a living hell. To make his life a living hell. So if you move on with anybody, guess what? And there are women like this who don't want the man. But just hate the idea of him moving on without her. She alone to move on. Him for be that little you to just sit on one side and wait for you to call and ask him what him for do.
I actually have a topic like that. What not for today.
I'm just saying, people. This is the world that we live in now. You can choose to be ignorant. You can choose to overlook it. But this is society. Women are complaining that the men with them want. They're not sick. Of course not. Women are raised men. A woman can't raise a man to be a man. And mark you, there are a few exceptions, but we're talking about the majority. I never think it would be this bad. But I really didn't think it was going to be this bad. Men want wives, but women don't even know the first rules of femininity. Spoke to a 19-year-old and when I explained to her how a woman flexes her femininity on a man and she wins conversations and she literally puts him in his place. Because whether you want to believe it or not, a feminine woman, if she's taught the right way, knows how to keep her man happy. She knows how to control him. And I'm not going to corner. A man can lie to himself all them last one. A woman knows how to exercise her femininity correctly. You might not see it as control, but she knows what she's doing.
True.
Mark you, that's a woman's superpower. That was her original super. Why do you think nurses back in the 90s, if a woman was a nurse, she was like, wow, because the idea that it was a soft job. You used to have feminine nurses that made you feel good about recovery. This is why, and yo, That's something me never think would I live to say turn masculine. You have feminine, you have women who are masculine in nature now when it comes to nursing. It's like talking to a dude. I'm like, wow. Never saw this one coming. Never saw this one coming. Yeah. Never saw that one coming. But this is the world we live in. This is the world we live in. And we can lie to ourselves, we can point the finger, but at the end of the day, we are both unhappy. I'm talking as a society. Both sides are very unhappy. For the men who can stand up on their own 2 foot and be man and understand what is needed, your purpose. And that's something I tend to realize. Most men nowadays were never instructed to understand. Find your purpose at an early age. And I know some people say, well, you know, when I'm a teen, we'll finally catch it or whatever. But if your father is on his purpose, you as a child will understand what your dad is doing and why it's so important as a man to have a purpose in life and strive to achieve it. And a woman, and even though these words might seem controversial, but you truly want the outcomes that you want, you have to also understand that you must also be on your purpose, which is a man. Oh, I know, right? That should sound real bad, but think about this. What's up? More women nowadays have degrees. How many of them are happy? I know some people say that's shots fired. Oh my God, I can't believe it. But
that's not shots fired. That's statistically accurate.
How many? And I had a conversation with a girl working in a metro. Yeah, that's a phone store up here. That'll be a digital about there anyway. And she's like, "Oh, I'm going to school and I'm going to get my degree and then I'm going to do this and do that." And then she thinks about her husband. Every time that she not like I think like mid-20s, and then the Jamaican man that was in the store with me, while I'm trying to convince this young lady, say, I don't think you need to go that deep, especially for the field you go for. A degree would be a waste of money because you can do it as a skill. Still make that crazy money as if a man who hold a degree is just all about how you do your thing after you get the certificate. The man turns to her and says, no, 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 don't think about no man yet. What if she want to be a doctor? So I'm saying, well, I'm tell them, say, you expect her to wait until she's in her 30s before she finally decides to be with a man. I said, and then at that point, how would she look at an ordinary man and deal with him? I know controversial. No, this is not controversial. This is just how the nature of women are. Normally, women tend to want a man just as, or if not better than them.
Quote unquote better than them.
Yeah, quote unquote better than them. But for the woman who has aspired and gotten all her qualifications and her certification and is making good money, how do you explain that to a woman? Say, oh, the man of your dreams is actually way less than you, but he's the man of your dreams. Most women literally dismiss the average guy because in that same conversation, I said it to her. I said, all right, let me send you a scenario. So you have a degree, you have this, you have that, right? You're an engineer. You meet this nice guy from Metro, same social work. You know? Y'all kick it off, you're as guys. Quite the catch. But most women would dismiss him because why? He stops and then she looks down before she answers. She says money, and I'm like, exactly. Exactly. So think about what I'm saying. You follow what that gentleman said and wait and have doctorates and so forth. You'll never look at a decent man the same because most of them equate a good man to the kind of money he makes now. That is terrible. It's a terrible way to look upon people.
Which is why you'd stay with a money. They'd stay with a money man will beat the crap out of them.
And also this other thing I understand. Why society trick women to believe if a man have money, all your problems are solved? Why them believe say money can fill that hole inside of them?
Most people use the money go do plastic surgery and put the money inside their heart. Most.
And that's something I've always wondered. Why it's been fed to women especially. Say, oh, as long as I have this, I'm good. As long as I have this, I'll be good. No. Things don't make you happy. At the end of the day, mark you. Some people will push back and say, them game, them TV is all level need. Good for them. And your battery operated friend or your right hand or your left hand will get the job done. More power to anybody who push back them way there. I could care less. But one thing I'm certain about, when you reach a certain age, and you can't stand yourself no more, you're disgusted by yourself now, what then? What when all of the bags and all, what then?
Well,
Stay single.
Yo, shut up. But
okay, so that is actually another aspect of self-love we want to talk about, where some people can misconstrue it and think it is selfishness or self-centeredness. Like, again, from just my life journeys, if you are selfish, you don't love yourself either. With what I've learned, because I love myself, because I want the best for myself. And like what good I would want to happen to me, that's also what I would like for others.
I mean,
that makes sense to you.
No, it does. It does. This is why even though my words may sting for some people, those who understand logic and know what I say, it's actually the truth.
No, but like that is like that's even because right, the love you have for yourself is reflected on how you treat others. So like you know how you speak, you want someone to tell you the blunt truth.
Yes.
Harsh truths.
Yes.
And you would have wanted them to tell you from an early age so you can learn from an early age. And
you
can make up your mind.
And that's
how you treat others.
And it works.
Give them the actual factual, sensible help they need.
But you get the point.
You don't give parables. You don't go around corners. You're straightforward and you're blunt. Because that is how life is.
Always blunt. The point is not just always blunt. The thing is
not necessarily blunt, but like you're straightforward because that is how life is. You can't go around corners with life.
Yeah. And I think that's one of the realizations.
And what you're saying actually helps you with life so it can help others.
Yeah. Yes, it does. And it make I know like I've been through tried and failed how much time. There's no such thing as a perfect man, no perfect woman. And for those who you think say you are perfect, yeah, you have a level of cognitive dissonance that you need to fucking get rid of. Because why? Everybody is flawed. Everybody under the sun. Even the doctor will take you, even the doctor will go to make sure everything is right. Do you think everybody who wears a clean white suit is not sick in the head like everybody else?
Essentially, who hasn't had ill thoughts about people before? Why must we pretend as if we're all angels?
Because of the social constructive norms.
I mean,
nowadays your value falls when you are honest with people. Because you have this illusion. Just saying.
I don't remember the conversation, but it was a conversation about the Holocaust. With this person on the internet for some reason. I don't know why I went into it, but they're saying, oh, the Germans were evil. And I'm saying, yeah, you're not wrong, but why do people pretend as if the Jews are just so innocent? Like, I get it. They were wrong. They were almost decimated. But why? Like, have you ever asked yourself why Hitler wanted to destroy them in the first place?
Yes, I have asked that.
Hold on. Let's not go down this road, even though I've been down this road. I've been down this road already, you know. And Marco, I did my research, and this is why I will say this. When I go back on the Hitler conversation, I will say this. In anime, there's a lot of times I've listened to the villain's reasons. And
it makes more sense.
I understand.
Right.
And I'm like, yo, what he did was really fucked up. But he has a very valid point.
That's the thing. That's the thing, Retro. Villains in anime, they weren't villains by choice. They decided that, oh, I want to be super evil like some people. Alright. Take Madara, for instance. Madara grew up in an entire period where it was surrounded by war.
Yeah.
Then all of his brothers practically died. Though we're not going to say, oh, he may kind of kill one of them, but we're not talking about that. And most of them were killed by Obirama Senju. So, him and Hashirama make a peace treaty. Yet still, his people are still suffering, even while in this peace treaty. And he realizes the more and more as time goes by, people are still hating his clan.
Yep.
So when his plan for Infinite Tsukiyomi came about, why exactly like when it came about
Infinite world peace?
Like I was like, okay, like everyone living a lie. I mean that's bad, but like war is still going to be in the world.
The man was literally making world peace.
Yes. Yes, he was.
You ever know the worst part about Madara being a character in anime? Kishimoto created a character that he knew no idea how to kill. Like my literature teacher told me this when I started writing. Man said, if you ever create a character that you know that by no scientific means or the rules in your story cannot be killed, you have done something wrong.
That's why everybody who watched Naruto, when they watched Naruto, when he went into the body and like, oh, flesh and blood, I'm like, what? Why? You're literally undestroyable. You know, there's no way they can. You have all your powers. You have the first Hokage's powers as well. You are brokenly strong by yourself. You can pull meteorites out of the space. Why would you want to be human?
Well, to be fair, I mean, he kind of did explain why. I get what you're trying to say, Retro, but you kind of like put it out there. Yeah, we know, we are going off topic. I know.
That's it.
But the point is to all of this gibberish that we are saying, people. We can look at all good and evil stories throughout, reality stories. There is a reason why some people, and I know there's going to be a dumbass is going to go into the comments and say, oh, so are we defending like molesters? I'm like, no, dumbass. We're literally empathizing to an extent people who actually had a purpose in the world, not dumbasses who go around doing things because they have no sense at all.
Exactly.
Why are you saying? I don't like that Dowie side. No, you need to talk. Dowie. Man is just silent looking at the screen.
Paying attention. Good man.
I said I'm just analyzing still.
There's nothing scarier than a man who is silent and analyzing. I have learned that firsthand.
But I'm an introvert. I'm always doing that though. Anyway.
Me too.
You know, off topic. One of the weirdest moments I've had with rugby guys when we had the beach tournament, and like it was the end of the tournament. We were all just chilling in the water, and I was just in a little space by myself, minding my own business and just smiling because I was just in Dario world in my head, and I was just smiling, and the rest of the guys were looking at me, and they called to me. My girlfriends called to me. It's like they're like, "No, you all right? Yeah, I'm good." Like, yo, when I grow up, I want to be like you. Like, what you mean by that? Like, you just did by yourself and you're just happy, dog. Like, why wouldn't I be?
Because people don't know how to enjoy their. I've realized this. It's not just rugby people alone. It's people in general. People
in general.
People don't know how to enjoy their own time together. I don't know about a next guy or a next story right now. But when I write some ridiculous shit and I look back at it and I see, I'm like, wow, I think about these things every day. I literally dream of. Brother man, I remember I was writing a sequence in my book. It had the most reads on the book. And people from all over the world, I say, yo, brother man, what, how, where, why? Like, the character was like mid-tier and like got strong out of nowhere. And everybody, and like I gave a literal multi-explanation as to why he became that strong. And they were like, makes sense. Mad. But I don't know why people are so afraid to be by themselves. Like, brother man, when my birthday came, you know what I was doing for my birthday? I was going to work. And I enjoyed my birthday at work. Do you think nobody from the college could have met me, Bex? Who? What's it mad?
Yeah, I worked on my birthday too.
You too?
I just don't get why people are so afraid of being by themselves. Like, when you are alone, that's the time you need to reflect, recollect the information, connect the dots, and say, all right, what did I improve on today? What could I change for the future? But you want to stay around people who are literally sapping your energy, saying the same nonsensical bullshit every day. I don't know about you know, but you notice a rugby guys, especially in Jamaica, talk about the same nonsense every day at the same hour of the day, and nothing changes. The same girl.
I want to actually give a quote to add to that. When you connect to the silence within you, that is when you can make sense of the disturbance going on around you. Stephen Richards. And that's really what I do with my quiet time.
I mean, sometimes, my
unconsciously I do it, but yeah.
My version take it to an extent where this nigga literally turns off all the lights in his house and is just rocking back and forth listening to music.
That's kind of creepy, but okay.
No, you see him now.
No, to each his own.
No, I don't have a problem with it, you know. It's just the way he goes about it. And then out of nowhere, you see this nigga light about 500 candles out of nowhere and just say, yo, welcome to my domain. I'm like, brother, this is not no anime shit. Stop it. But
okay, that's a
I mean, I want to dive into self-love a bit more, but not today. I want to talk about the third topic. This might be a doozy. So,
bring it.
Does singleness and independence breed arrogance or pettiness? Speaking from personal experience, hell yes. So, this is my thing. As you guys know, I live alone. Need a house, the car, a laptop, my phone. Now I have working, making my own money. I can cook. Ironically, I can cook better than most women that I've actually ever dated or even slept with, I would say like 90-something%. I can cook better than. And like way better. I can clean. All that good stuff. And so for me, it's kind of hard to make that transition from single, like free, single and disengaged, to like being in a relationship. And I have in the past, or many times I found myself like stop talking to girls over petty reasons. Like I can like a girl today and we'll be texting, and while texting I lose interest. I can invite a girl over. So for instance, I go to bed like 10. If I'm not doing anything. So I'd wash the dishes like 9:30 to 10 o'clock before I go to bed. So if a chick is over and we use the dishes at 12, and she's like, they need to be washed up at 12:01. That's going to annoy the crap out of me.
Wait. In your house?
My house or her house?
No, I'm just saying, if I in your house and she's giving that demand, I mean, why check yourself before you wreck yourself in a moment, because I don't understand how you're going to give them. Oh,
okay, for safety and for people not cussing out people. Let's say it was at her house. We just finished eating lunch at 12. She wants the dishes to be washed at 12:01 because she's that kind of neat freak or whatever, for whatever reason. Like, that's going to be annoying to me. Like even if I wait like an hour after I eat, fine. But like, as we finish,
that's the equivalent of a female telling me that why didn't I respond to her message? And I was literally just my bus crashed on the way to your house. I had to swim out of a pond of alligators. But I mean, sure. Yeah, your message is more important than my life and death situation, but okay. Yeah, but no, I know I tend to like use these out of proportion scenarios, but like
you're drastic.
No, but like, all right, women don't consider like the danger of the world that we live in. You are not the most important thing. My virgin said it best. His mother was on her sick bed, and his girlfriend, she never tell her for good reason, because she was very emotionally immature, and I don't think she would have probably cried more than him, because the mother liked her. But here's the thing, though. His mother was the only thing that he saw that was his light for him. So when she pissed him off by unintentionally saying something that was directed towards his mother, naturally the man just say, you know what, it's true. I hope you have a good day. Lock off the phone. She'll hear back from him for a couple of days. She wonder say, oh, why am I do? Make up all these crazy demands. I say, oh, about him I do this and that. The usual woman stuff. And my later just tell her, I say, oh, you never know. Yeah, the man mother dead, but yeah, he was cheating, yes, with his mother. Oh, how does that make you feel? And because I'm an asshole, I like to ram home the point that you were a shitty person. Yes, he was cheating on his mother with you. How does that make you feel? Are you okay? You feel like less of a girl now? I just don't get people sometimes. And worst thing about it, it's not even a woman thing. Man do it too. A lot.
No, all right. So this is my thing now. From what I've observed, or with me personally, I would say the men probably would. It comes from a place of arrogance, but they express themselves probably in a petty way. So again, with me, you're telling me to put the toilet seat down, but I live by myself and I'm not used to it. So, like,
why is that? Wait, quick question. Why is that a big deal?
I think it's an American thing because I do.
No. I remember watching a show about it, and I'm like, wait. So before you go and use the toilet, You're just going to sit down. So in the case that the toilet disappears from the bathroom,
it's an American thing. I don't think it's a Jamaican thing.
No, but what Bradshaw keep on telling Jamaica is becoming too Americanized. So this nonsense is paralleling into
any Jamaican woman complain about the toilet seat to go down, I'm breaking up with her. But I digress.
I mean,
let's say for argument. So
you've broken up with females for less, but
I have. So yeah, I leave my socks on the floor, or I don't wash the dishes when she would like. But I mean, usually a man would probably like drift away and find a more compatible woman. Please note, if the man is genuinely disgusting, or whereas I would actually clean, you probably would have a man who is disgusting. He might find a woman that will just like a weak-minded woman who he can manipulate, who will pick up after him. But it's a different argument. Whereas when women become too independent, or women are independent, their arrogance, I guess, it is more the verbalization of it, and how they throw it in your face. And they will be arrogant with their accomplishments. So she would be saying, "I have a degree. Do you have a degree? If you don't have a degree, we can't date. Even if you have own a business and probably making more money, or unless you're having a business making more money or something along those lines. Or I have accomplished this, I have done that, and probably throw it in your face. I think from my observation, that's the difference between us becoming independent and being single for too long.
Women tend to use their achievements to. I know a lot of women might not think this, but
men will do it too.
Yeah. Do it too. All right, let me not even make this about women, because both genders do this a lot, but in different ways. Men use their achievements, but
to get women.
Not even sometimes it's not even to get the woman, because half the time, I mean, sports achievements, so scholarly achievements, we look at it and we're like, I mean, yeah, but it doesn't really matter. I mean, well, that I did it, but I mean, meh. For women, it's like a staple on their existence. Like, yes, you solved the anti-life equation. Wow. Is there anything else about you that's interesting? No? Okay. Like, that's the kind of feeling you get. Like, I don't want to say women who have achievements are boring, but like, is that really the only thing you can see that's worth talking about? Like, don't get me wrong. Yo, make your money. Like, do what you need to do to be successful. But there is such a thing known as balance. Like, balance.
What is your personality like? Yeah? I think this is it. In the same way that even if a woman is making millions, she wants to know that he's a decent enough provider and father, because he can make millions and still never give her a cent. He can be making millions and be abusive. He can be making billions and not want kids if she wants kids. And just because of that, I mean, just because of those 3 strikes, he'd be out of the running. So he wouldn't be like the ideal mate. The man wants to know, yes, you have these accomplishments. Yes, you have the degree. But what else? Like, are you a decent person? Can you cook? Are you clean? Can I have a conversation, like, not about work, not about your accomplishments, not about
Can I get a snack without you berating me verbally for being lazy or some nonsensical bullshit like that? Yeah.
Dick.
And
like, what else do you have to offer? Yes, this accomplishment is awesome. Go you. What else?
Mm-hmm.
I don't know if it's just me, but women take the wrong reaction. If I can
but
see.
they say the exact same things to us.
No, we don't have the wrong reaction. We just have the wrong reaction for what they are expecting. Right. Scenario. The same thing that I told you about Dario with such people daughter who created a scenario that she was cheating on me and blah blah blah. And my facial expression was completely blank and I was literally like, was it? Did you enjoy it? Like I'm convinced like I had the power of Neo and I rewrote every single code that was in her brain and scrambled it. Cause like she's like, huh? Like she asked me, aren't you upset? And I'm like, there was always the possibility that it could happen. So upset about what? Like I'm so nuanced to someone saying, oh, they've cheated. I'm like, okay, the entire world do it. I mean, it sounds horrible and terrible, but like when you become disassociative to certain things, you just handle it like the best way you can. And for me, I just think not giving much attention to bad things like that is just the best way to deal with it, in my view at least, for some time. I mean, you're upset about it and you're disappointed in the person, but I mean, what are you going to do? Do like rest of man and talk about how you go kill her and then you end up in prison for doing something stupid? No. I mean, if I still have a day in a relationship, talk with her about it. Explain to yo, certain things just not really make no sense. If you can't work out, go your separate ways. Simple.
That's simple.
But only if people could do it, though.
Bradshaw sounds sleepy.
Not quite. It's just.
Yeah, if only Bradshaw, because you know the worst thing, people do think like this. I don't think we give enough credit to people sometimes. They do think like this, but here's the thing. They're so innately arrogant to want to believe that being petty is the right way to go about things all the time. And this isn't just about women, this is just people in general. I've seen men and women who could have worked out a relationship if they just communicated effectively, stated their purposes, and did what they needed to do. Yes, yeah, he cheated. Okay, cool, you're upset. Don't talk to him for a week, couple months, a year, do whatever you need to do. But then when you find somebody else, you're still upset? Huh? What?
I wanted to ask a question. This is for next podcast, but I ask now. Have you ever approached a young lady and she rejected you? Then you approached a different young lady and the first young lady got upset?
Yeah. GC.
I've never understood that.
Because apparently you're supposed to be the dog breed.
It's supposed to be like a waiting room waiting for her to like rebound.
No, not even that. It's supposed to be like that small puppy husky who got rejected from one owner, and then as soon as the next owner come around, oh, you're happy for him, but then, oh, I'm actually ready for him now. You need to back off. Like, huh? What? And then
I can do one better. I was at a party once. Me and this girl go. Mutual friends, you know, she I won't reach. So we are friends, you know, just do ya though. So she dance one man and nobody now move to me yet. And a few girls approach me. They have told me disappear. Disappear and then appear walk. She vex. I say, oh, you vex, but I mean you come or you dance with other people. Must think you dance with other people. What the hell did you expect? Why was I going to stay there and not do anything? And that's how it worked. And the whole night, so fill up my down. Me and I never come together. Just the idea of other women dancing with me, she couldn't stand it.
This is why I always tell people who, especially young Jamaican couples who are in college specifically, if you're going to go to a party with your significant other, take your feelings out of it. Forget about your relationship for the couple hours you are at the party, because I've seen men and women cause eruption in a party just because they didn't like the way a certain person was dancing with their significant other. I remember I told a girl this one time and she asked me, should we? I'm like, my girl, you see my face for your entire 5 days a week, 24 hours a day, pee, cluck up. Find somebody else and looking at them face for like a couple hours. No? Jesus Christ, give me some breathing room. And people look at me and talk about, oh, that's a form of cheating. I'm like, yeah, depends on your dumbass perspective, doesn't it?
Mm-hmm.
And I know it came off as if I was being arrogant about, but I was like, if dancing with someone, which was seen as how can I put it, as some form of communion in some form of in some cultures, right, Bradshaw?
Mm-hmm.
It was seen as communion in some cultures. Why do we conform it to be cheating when it's not exactly cheating? You agree to be somewhere where music is playing and everyone feels happy. I mean, yeah, if the person disappears with that person,
question when you finish.
Yeah, I'm basically finished because I just found it weird that people are
if
upset.
Your significant other dancing with somebody is considered cheating. If two single people dancing with each other, are they in a relationship?
Nope.
Most for the night. Most.
No, I never had an issue with it.
No, honestly, I've seen this scenario played out so many times in college, and I've never understood why people get upset. Like,
if it's not your thing, communicate from day one. Like, hey, you're just dancing with me. Okay, fine. Like my first event when I was at UWIC, that was how some people were, and like some lesbians were to my right. I was dancing with some girls over here, and I was just like walking around, and I went and I kind of whined on a lesbian chick, and like she just got somebody behind her, and she just go back to her girlfriend, and her girlfriend grab her and just get serious and try to square up. But I mean, she was like Paige's size, and I'm like, I was going to the gym. Anyway, Paige is like really petite for those of you who don't know.
Midget.
Well, I mean, I was like, oh, my bad. Kept it moving. But the chick I brought to the event, she's like, she doesn't like dancing. Go have fun. And I did the whole night.
No, but like, I've never understood the male perspective of you're not an alpha, right? You have pretty much been a small pup your entire time during this relationship, but you want to be an alpha with me because I dance with your girl.
I really wish people would stop using the term alpha because I don't even know what it means.
No, I don't.
How can you be an alpha? You're not even taking care of your kids.
No, I don't mean it in that sense, but it's like
no. I mean, like just how men have been just using the term alpha, just so.
I mean, if by that logic, I mean, a real alpha couldn't care less where you go to because at the end of the day, you know, say, yo, him woman go come back to him anyway.
Yeah, like it's not cheating, it's not sex.
But I you know the difference. This is why people enjoy carnivals more than a regular Jamaican party. Carnival, no one cares what you're doing.
Yeah, it's just dancing.
Just have fun, drink what you need to drink, go back to your yard, hang over, go back at work. Jamaican party, everybody. Like, I don't have a problem if a couple want to dance and then instead of alone. You know. That is fine. I have done it before. Don't blame them. That is fine. But you see, when you all come to our party, a whole lot of your girl 24/7, and you hear so a certain song I play, and you think it's two man now gang up on her, boy, I feel sorry for you. You're going to have left out of that party. Just saying. I've seen it. I see my brethren them get upset over it. I'm going to draw them once and I say, slap them in the head. I say, yo, absence. She's coming back. She's coming back to give you the coochie. It's not gone. It's still there in front of you. It's not abracadabra. It's not gone. It's still there.
A co-worker of mine like at the end like before the end of a party, I saw her sitting and she was like crying and just upset. So I say, yo, what happened? I told my boyfriend that I was at the office party. Like, yeah. But he didn't know that I was dancing with the people. Like, yeah, and he's upset about it.
Bitch ass nigga.
It's like he didn't want me dancing with other guys. He's not here. I know, but he's still upset about like, what am I going to do?
I have something to say about that. If it was a female, you would have still have a problem. If it was a female, you would still have a problem. This is why I don't. All right, office party, brother man. Office parties are free for all. I don't care if you're there with nobody in your department. It is free for all. You find somebody, you dance with them, take your turn, go on about your business. Find the next person.
Exactly.
But
I gotta see you at work Monday. Like,
I don't get people. Especially maybe it's the same in other countries, but I don't know. Jamaicans just different sometimes. The things they get upset about in their relationships and the reason their relationships end, and you hear it, you're just like, you stupid, dumbass motherfucker. Like, have sense.
Hold on, did we go off topic?
Yeah, we did pretty much, but that's pretty much why. Yeah, but that's pretty much why people live for this. You know, we go off topic a lot.
Banter.
People have still away for the Mortal Kombat review.
I look forward to it.
Yo,
we need to schedule a second episode 1 week so we can just do the Mortal Kombat review.
Oh, trust me, I just waiting at Bradshaw. I know Bradshaw had some unresolved anger with that movie, and Bradshaw is just waiting to explode, to go even further beyond.
I want to speak the truth, nothing but the truth. So help me God.
Well, yeah. So I'm not gonna lie, like the independence.
Mm-hmm.
When being single, it does breed a whole heap of arrogance. It does breed a whole heap of pettiness. Cause like, again, I live alone. I take shit from no one. If my house is messy and I just feel like, yo, I'm not cleaning today, I'm not cleaning, and nobody can make me.
Yeah, but there is a difference between being completely arrogant and just understanding. Say, yeah, I'm independent, but I am willing to work with you and work towards something. I mean, and I don't know why people think arrogance is bad. I mean, in sports, arrogance goes two ways. If you are arrogant and you know you're not the shit, trust me, you will meet someone who is going to make you remember, hey, you're not at the level yet. I have seen it. But in life, trust me, it's a 50-50 because there's an arrogance where, yeah, I can do it.
It's two-sided.
But then you have the arrogance where people believe that, oh, they're above it all. Life will check you and check you fast. But I don't see why people are so against being arrogant. I used to look at it and say, yo, anybody who's arrogant, cocky, or overconfident, yo, they fit dash over there. So,
well, no, all right. Well, is that difference, you know, because sometimes if you're just not used to being confident, you will take it as arrogance, or you view it as arrogance.
Yeah, pretty much with me. Yeah, because I didn't know what that word meant until I came to college. I was never confident in anything I did. I speak this story so many times. When I was growing up, I was never confident. Nothing. Neither. Not even when it came to bow me a flirt. I even know I still don't know how to flirt with a woman.
I really had shit self-esteem.
And people,
you know, ironically, I never used to flirt. I gave actual compliments, but women thought I was flirting.
People need to read facial expressions more.
Apparently, I'm too nice.
So if you're an asshole, you're going to be branded an asshole. And if you're too nice, you're fake. So basically, you can't win. Wow. Moving on.
Yeah, I don't want to pass 2 hours yet, but I didn't want to really go.
I I'm not sure if we passed 2 hours, but because this clock has been running since 10 o'clock when I sent the link. That's a 2 hours 17 and a couple seconds moving. So I'm guessing we're close to the 2 hour mark.
Yeah, but I don't want to go too deep in anything else for tonight. And people got work in the morning.
Yeah, and I have to see if I can actually get my license today.
All right, so ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, I want to thank you again for tuning into our podcast. We've been your hosts, myself, Dario Dowie, Rajiv Horton, Xavier Doctor, and Andre Bradshaw. Be blessed and be awesome. Thank you.
And just before we leave, people, just understand. When someone talks about something so much, they usually care. Isn't that what you people always say? Especially females, when you talk about something to your man and he doesn't listen. Isn't it because you care? Yeah, it's the same thing with us. We don't want our species to die out with no purpose intended. We actually want them to strive to something or try to be better. That's the whole point. Nobody's trying. Everybody's just in the same cycle of nonsensical bullshit and say, hey, it is what it is. I can't accept that. I don't know about Uno, but I can't accept that. Not anymore. We go through slavery. We go through this diabolical infighting, and we're still infighting, and nothing has improved. I don't know about the next guy in this country, but the government, I don't know who wants to hear it, but the government doesn't care about our well-being, so we have to look after each other and be with each other. The only way we're going to do that,
as long as they have enough money to float on.
Exactly. And until we wise up, it's going to be the same process. That your children is going to suffer. Your children's children will suffer. Unless you are willing to start that change.
Roger, anything?
Yeah. Well, what can I say? Relationships are anything but easy. It takes a lot of patience, a lot of hard work, a lot of empathy and sympathy, because we need both. You understand me? You should learn from mistakes, not use them as weapons. It doesn't help. It really doesn't. But yeah, that's what I think.
Well said.
All right. I think Rajiv's system was overheating, so he's already gone.
Yeah,
ladies and gentlemen, thank you again from the bottom of our hearts, and stay safe, stay awesome, take care.
Yep. Remember, we have a Facebook, Instagram page. Go check it out.
So please give us a like. Please comment, ask questions, cuss us out, whatever.
And ladies, for the umpteenth time, please, do you need us to ask again for you to join this podcast? I don't know why everyone is so afraid of us, or me at least.
I'm saying we don't bite.
Or me at least. Maybe it's because I say things and I'm not even the most blunt out of the entire podcast. That's the worst thing about it. But gents, it's been a pleasure. Once again, tomorrow. Well, it's going to be a brilliant day tomorrow. I can't say that much tomorrow evening. Gents, get some rest and take care.